have 29. We lost one person. Okay, it's fine. I will share the screen again. Are you still on with the Kahoot? Yes, no?
Yes,
Yes,
madam.
yes.
Okay, good. Uh, so if anybody cannot enter, let me know. Later. Share screen. After tea, I will share my screen. Okay. Can you see? Yes? No? Can you see?
Yes.
Yes, madam.
Yes.
Okay, Bismillah, we continue. So, you know the EPA has issued to buyers, consumers, there's a lead. So what happens if there's lead or plumbum inside the product? What do you get if you are exposed to lead? Anybody knows?
Health problem.
Huh? Anybody?
Respiratory problem.
I cannot hear you. Can you speak louder, please?
Cancer.
Cancer, yes. So one of it is cancer. Okay, so it's cancerous. If you have time, I will tell you one story about lead in the time of in Spain during the glory of Islam. I will tell you one story if you have time. Okay, next, huh? Get ready. Bismillah. Next. Next, okay. So Ibrah still at top, followed by Nabila and Fahminuddin. So next question. Question number 12. The melting of the Greenland ice sheet possesses an immediate threat to which animal? So melting of Greenland ice. Immediate threat to which animal? Is it polar bears, penguins, killer whales, or most oxen? Type of animal. Good. 19 got it right. It's polar bears, right? So polar bears, they need a very low temperature in order to survive or to thrive. So it will be becoming extinct as we have global warming. Good. So Ibra is now at top, followed by Nabila and Farah. There's no brothers at top 3 now. Okay, next question. Is it the final one? Not yet. How much of air pollution comes from motor vehicles like cars and trucks? How much of air pollution comes from motor vehicles like cars and trucks? Is it 50%, 20%, 80%, 30%? So of all the air pollution, how many percent come from the vehicles? The answer is 50%. It's a lot. So that's why when we have COVID-19, it's lockdown, right? In many countries, including Malaysia, you can see even the satellites see a lot of changes because it's 50%. So it will reduce the air pollution by 50%. It's a lot. So that's why if you can ride your bicycle to come to the class, is better than using cars. If you walk, bicycle better than cars or motorcycle lah. So, but I know in Malaysia it's hot, so it's a bit difficult if you want to walk. But that's the best option. Or share cars. So if you have one car, instead of among of you have 3 cars, instead of using 3 cars, why don't you share to use 1 car? So if you want to go to work, sharing is not only jimat, saving money, but it's also saving the environment. And as a Muslim, we should think about that. Okay. Ibrah, Nabilah, Farah. 14. Which of the following help reduce air pollution? Okay, which are the following helps to reduce air pollution? Is it using cruise control, using fluorescent light, using water-based product, or all of the above? question. Yes, the answer is all of the above. Oh, good. 15 got it right. So using cruise control, you mean automatic control. So that's why automation is good. Us from engineering, you should think of how to help the community. Yeah. So for your project, maybe how do you can do instead of manual, do automatic things to help control, because manual, you will need people to keep on clicking or switching on, but cruise control, automatic control, it will keep on changing. Using fluorescent lights, why using fluorescent light reduce air pollution? Is this answer right? I think yes, fluorescent light in comparison to the bulb, the old bulb. But nowadays using LED is better than fluorescent light. So fluorescent light is much better than the you know the one that your grandmother used, the one with the wire. So and then using water-based product instead of gas product, like you have green gases product. Okay, the final question for today is, have you done your part to fight global warming? Have you done your part to fight global warming? Yes or no? Yes. If you answer yes, only 12 got managed to answer. It's only like 10 seconds or so. Say there's both questions are right. So if you answer both answers are right, yes or no. So if you haven't done your part to fight global warming, then it's the time, brothers and sisters at home. Let's try our best to fight the global warming. So let's see who's the winner. The third place goes to Farah. Congratulations. Number 2 goes to Fauzan. Okay, congratulations. And number 1 goes to Ibra. Okay, congratulations. Ibra, can I see where you are? Okay, congratulations, Ibra. Please contact me for a present. And according to Fauzan and Farah. Who's Fauzan here?
Me, madam.
Okay, Fauzan and Farah, where are you?
Madam.
Where are you? There. Okay. All finish. Macam mana stop dia punya? Alhamdulillah. So we need some knowledge about our environment. So this is it's a game. Just to, if you don't know, it's fine. Now you know. There are things that you should know about how to save our environment, about recycling, and about what can we do to help the environment. 9:15. What time are we supposed to end at 10, right? Okay. Okay. So let's watch another video on climate change, because it's if you see, it's better than me talking. So there's another video on causes and effects of climate change. Okay, global warming and climate change, because we need to care. If we don't know, we don't care. So we need to know first. Okay, hope you can hear. Can you see? Yes, no?
Yes.
Yes.
Good. Okay, let's watch.
Human activities from pollution to overpopulation are driving up the Earth's temperature and fundamentally changing the world around us. The main cause is a phenomenon known as the greenhouse effect. Gases in the atmosphere, such as water vapor, carbon dioxide, methane, Nitrous oxide and chlorofluorocarbons let the sun's light in, but keep some of the heat from escaping, like the glass walls of a greenhouse. The more greenhouse gases in the atmosphere, the more heat gets trapped, strengthening the greenhouse effect and increasing the Earth's temperature. Human activities, like the burning of fossil fuels, have increased the amount of CO2 in the atmosphere by more than a third since the Industrial Revolution. The rapid increase in greenhouse gases in the atmosphere has warmed the planet at an alarming rate. While Earth's climate has fluctuated in the past, atmospheric carbon dioxide hasn't reached today's levels in hundreds of thousands of years. Climate change has consequences for our oceans, our weather, our food sources, and our health. Ice sheets, such as Greenland and Antarctica, are melting. The extra water that was once held in glaciers causes sea levels to rise and spills out of the oceans, flooding coastal regions. Warmer temperatures also make weather more extreme. This means not only more intense major storms, floods, and heavy snowfall, but also longer and more frequent droughts. These changes in weather pose challenges. Growing crops becomes more difficult. The areas where plants and animals can live shift, and water supplies are diminished. In addition to creating new agricultural challenges, climate change can directly affect people's physical health. In urban areas, the warmer atmosphere creates an environment that traps and increases the amount of smog. This is because smog contains ozone particles, which increase rapidly at higher temperatures. Exposure to higher levels of smog can cause health problems such as asthma, heart disease, and lung cancer. While the rapid rate of climate change is caused by humans, humans are also the ones who can combat it. If we work to replace fossil fuels with renewable energy sources like solar and wind, which don't produce greenhouse gas emissions, we might still be able to prevent some of the worst effects of climate change.
Okay. All right. Okay. So you should watch the video. So did you manage to watch? Is it clear? Anybody have problem watching just now? Put the reaction if you have problem watching. No? Okay. So as you can see from the video, there are lots of problem of climate change. It will give a problem to the who can tell me what are the areas that the climate change will affect from the video? Lokman? If no volunteers, I have to call Lokman Faizal. Give me one.
Antarctica.
No, there are areas just now. So like the one on the right. So we have, I give you one, health. Other than health? You don't know?
I don't remember.
You don't remember? Dini. Can you hear me? Dini Humaira. Dini, can you talk? Izzuddin, coastal area, urban area, agriculture farm. Yes, you have agriculture there. Dini, speak up.
What the question, madam?
What was the question? My question is, what are the areas in the video that be affected by climate change? One is health, and Izzuddin answered agriculture. What else?
Agriculture.
I already mentioned agriculture. Anybody? If not, we're going to watch the video again. Anybody remembers?
Weather.
Water
Sorry?
supply.
Weather.
Weather.
Weather, yes,
Weather.
good. Weather. What else?
Water supply.
Water supply, good. What else?
Ocean.
Huh?
Ocean.
Ocean not part of the category there. Anything else? Let me go to that
If you
side.
write anything on your computer, you need.
One second, I will go to that video and that page so that you can see. Okay, I will share with you. You can see. Can you see?
Yes.
So oceans, weather, food, and health. So agriculture is under the food. Okay. So the effects of climate change, it can change the oceans. When it changes the ocean, it will change. It will affect everything around the ocean or inside the ocean. It will affect the weather. You will see nowadays it's getting hotter and hotter, right? So there are, even in other countries, they have like, what do you call it? Apa tu? What do you call it? The high temperature season. Anybody? They see, for example, the summer there is higher than normal. And then food, it will affect the food because there'll be drought, there will be Allah tak datang pula, banjir apa bahasa Inggeris? Flooding.
Right.
Flooding, and it also affect the health. So we also experience effect of to the health, right? When the Indonesian forest was burned. Betul tak? Smog, haze. Okay, right. So these are the things that are causing problems to us. So we need to have a strategy to combat this. Okay, brothers and sisters, we need to have a strategy. That's why they come up, the world, United Nations come up with SDG. What's SDG?
Sustainable Development Goal.
Yeah, so the UN developed SDGs, Sustainable Development Goal, to as collectively as with other countries to combat this global warming. One of the objective is to combat global warming. There are other things that the SDG wants to solve. Okay, any question up to here? Any question? No? Brothers and sisters, while we're going through this, I want you to reflect. Your project later on should include this. Your project, when's the deadline to submit your project? Is it gone? When's the deadline to submit the proposal?
Monday.
Huh?
Monday, right?
When?
22. 22.
22, huh? So you have time still to do amendment if you have to. I will share now because the marks will be given. I give and in the what do you call it? In the link, there's rubric. Have you looked at the rubric of the portfolio? Yes, no, no, because you need to know how to score. If you don't meet the requirement, you cannot score. I will show you here. Mana? You can also open in the Google Drive. So it's in the folder. If you go to project folder, there's a rubric. Okay. So let's go for rubric for proposal. Rubric for proposal is not clear, so let's look at rubric for portfolio. Okay, so have a look at my screen here. This is the rubric for portfolio. Later on, you need to make a portfolio, and the portfolio consists of the most of the marks. Okay, so there are what do you call it, categories: demonstration of learning output, evidence of learning competencies, mastering knowledge and skills. So you need to look at the weightage W. The bigger the number, it means that more marks will be there. Okay, so 0.5 demonstration of learning output is 0.5. Presentation completeness and quality of the portfolio is 0.3. So if you look here, the presentation, and look at the final one, the column, outstanding or excellent. The presentation of output is convincing with strong support for the project's objective. So it needs to fulfill the project objective, and the project objective should cover PO6 and PO8. Okay, who knows what PO6 and PO8? And then evidence of learning competencies. The portfolio provides clear evidence of learning tied to sound educational theory, meaning how to use the skills. And then this is 0.5, mastering knowledge. The portfolio demonstrates the student has mastered the knowledge and skills for the course learning outcome and can apply them in practice. So you need to know what are the course learning outcome. So I will share you now what are the course learning outcome. And I also put already in the WhatsApp group the, what do you call it, the course outline. Okay, come on, share. Okay, can you see? Can you see? Brothers and sisters, can you see?
Yes, madam.
Yes, madam.
Okay, thank you. Because you don't answer, I don't know. I don't see your face, all of your face here. Okay, so this is the course outline, and as I mentioned before in the slide before, the project covers PO6 and PO8, and here are the learning outcomes. By the end of the course, you should be able to explain the implication of engineering professional ethics, religion, and law. You should understand the role of ethics in engineering industry. We will cover this in the later part. And you should recognize the special responsibilities of Muslim engineers towards Allah and society. This we will also cover. And this is the one that we're doing now. You should understand the health, safety, and environmental concerns, and able to identify different industrial hazards and their preventive measures. And number 5, you should analyze engineering code of ethics from Islamic perspective. So, but you know, gladly you don't have, inshallah, you don't have final exam for this Jan. However, a lot of mark, 50%, if you fail, and a lot of mark will be on the project. And in the project, you need to show the Islamic part. Okay, so make sure you show and you put in the portfolio clearly in your presentation that you understand not only the engineering ethics and the environment, but also from Islamic perspective. If you don't highlight that, you will lose a lot of marks. Okay, and PO8, so the project covers PO6 and PO8. What is PO? Program outcome. 6 is make sure you have this. So if you are still doing your proposal, you need to see if your proposal covering these 2 main program outcome or no. PO6, the engineer and society. Apply reasoning based on contextual knowledge to assess societal, so that's why benefit to society, health, safety, legal, and cultural. If you can put all this inside your project, then you get full marks. You need to make sure you consider the health part, health and safety part of the project. So when you do risk assessment, you need to make sure it covers. And legal, maybe you do, but you didn't document it in your proposal or in your portfolio, then you lose marks. And it must have including legal. Legally, is it legal or illegal? What's the legal way to do it? Cultural. Is it involve cultural? In how does that? If you in the society, is that against the culture or Malay culture, or is it very much in line with the culture of Malaysia? And contemporary issues. Okay, if there's any contemporary issue, you should include into the project. So that's number one. And make sure you can tick societal tick, health tick, safety tick, and PO6 and PO8 here and PO8 this one. PO8 is apply professional ethic with Islamic values and commit to responsibilities and norms of professional engineering code of practices. Basically, in the project, you need to ensure you are following, you are applying professional ethics, and you need to show how you do the professional ethic with Islamic values. So basically, these are the two main things, and the marks will be based on this. So when we say learning outcome, we will look at are you fulfilling PO6 and PO8? So that's why if it's too easy, if your project is too easy, then you will lose a lot of marks. Okay, any question? Do you have any question on this, on the project? Have you finished doing your proposal? Can I see who finished, put a reaction? Anybody finish writing the proposal? Nobody. Okay, so if you haven't finished, please take into consideration what I said just now. Study the course outline and see where you can input this. If it's not enough, try to increase the complexity so it will cover things that we mentioned. Okay. Last part of today's class is on SDG, Sustainable Development Goal. So let's watch another video on SDG. Where's SDG? Okay. Share screen. Share screen. Okay. Can you see? Sisters, brothers, can you see?
Yes, madam.
Okay, thank you. Let's watch this.
United Nations is an organization with goals of peace and sustainable development around the world. Their mission is huge, but we're breaking it down in 2 minutes. 17 sustainable development goals. Let's get to them, cause the more you know. Look, in some corners of the world today, people are living on $1 a day. Hey, that's not how it ought to be. So goal 1, eliminate poverty. And goal 2, root out hunger across the globe. There's 800 million people hungry if you want to know. Number 3 is health and well-being, and getting people the health care that they need in. Learning in school are the hard to go for. Education opens up minds and doors. Goal number 5 is empower girls and women so they can have the same rights that men are given. Number 6, people need water that's clean. Poor sanitation can spread disease. Carbon-free energy is goal number 7, and how to achieve it is a question that's pressing. But if we put our minds together and work hard, we can find a solution, I'm guessing. 17 sustainable development goals to improve life all around the globe. Protecting human health and the environment. Whatever bed we make, we gon' have to lie in it. 17 sustainable development goals to improve life all around the globe. Protecting human health and the environment. Whatever bed we make, we gon' have to lie in it. Now imagine that you work all day for no pay. Economic growth and decent work is goal 8. Goal number 9 is to foster innovation in infrastructure and industrialization. Goal number 10, inequality reduction. 11 is sustainable city construction. 12, well, that's sustainable consumption, so what we use matches up with production. Goal 13 calls for urgent action to combat climate change, cause we know what's happening. 14, protect life under seas. 15, protect life on land. Goal goal 16 is for peace and justice. All over the planet, they're in high demand. And the final goal, number 17, is the critical factor, the heart of the machine. It's the strength in the way we achieve these goals of sustainable development around the globe. Yo, 17 sustainable development goals to improve life all around the globe. Protecting human health and the environment. Whatever bed we make, we gon' have to lie in it. 17 sustainable development goals to improve life all around the globe. Protecting human health and the environment. Whatever bed we make, we gon' have to lie in it.
Okay. So can you watch? Did you get the gist of SDG? Yes, right. So there are 17 SDG, Sustainable Development Goal, that we all should strive forward. Okay, and as I mentioned previously, I want you to tell me, are all the 17 SDG aligned with Islam or no? Who can answer? Is it according to Islam or no? Is it halal, haram, wajib, makruh, sunnah for us to follow? Anybody can answer? And is it in line with the maqasid Shariah or no? Fakhrul Razali, can you answer please?
I think it is in line with Maqasid Syariah.
Is in line? Everything is in line?
I do not catch all of it, but
you're supposed to study. Last week I asked you to study, right? So not sure. Okay, thank you, Fakhrul. Who's next? Who can answer me? Afiq. Can you say, Afiq, do you agree? So all the SDG, is it in line with Islam? Afiq bin Muhammad Afiq bin Nur Afiq. Yes.
In line, yes, because in Maqasid Syariah they have protect of life, akal, lineage, lineage, akal, lineage, apa lagi? Ada tu
and wealth.
Well, and apa lagi?
Satu lagi, orang lain tolong.
Life.
Orang nak tolong awak lah, Afiq, kesian awak.
Lineage, akal,
religion.
Religion, yes. It's about make the world a better place. So yes, I think it's in line with Islam.
Okay, so thank you, Afiq. Here Muaz put in the chat, gender equality is against Islam. Equality is not equal to justice. Do you agree? So Muaz say the gender equality is against Islam. Let's call a sister to think what you think about this. Ainul Husna, what do you think? You agree with Muaz? Gender equality is against Islam.
Partially agree and partially not agree maybe.
Okay.
I don't know. It's like this issue is kind of like ongoing issues like everyone is fight for the equality, but in Islam that there are parts that we can be equality, but there are parts that women and men cannot be in equality.
What are the parts that we cannot be in equality?
for other parts, it's like I think
Hmm?
the it's like oh in terms of how we think, maybe like
Cannot think the
in
same as the man.
no, it's like macam in making decision, I think men are wiser than
So we
women.
cannot make decision. We are
We
stupid.
can, but we
the gender.
just can help men. It's like we have to support men
So we
instead
cannot
of
make decision. So you're against female rights.
it's like a big one lah. Like
Big one.
because
you-
a woman always make decision with emotional. It's like that is why all those like divorce thingy it's on men not on women. It's like because
Hmm.
they are affected by emotional woman itself.
So women
I
can
don't know.
make decision. So women cannot become a leader. So
Yeah.
all the president with woman, a lady or sister shouldn't be. Should sack all of them.
Lah, yeah, I think
Okay.
I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm afraid to talk about this.
Okay, it's okay. I know. Thank you. We have 2 minutes left. Aduh, and we are in a big topic on the gender equality. Okay, right. It's correctly pointed out by Muaz. So if you look at the 17 sustainable goal, all of them are aligned. This is following Maqasid Syariah. We can maybe one day. Okay, I will give a homework one day. We put the SDG and Maqasid, and you need to put where the SDG falls into the Maqasid Syariah. Okay. However, in Islam, as mentioned by I know is correct. I just provoking. You know, there are things that, for example, if you look at SDG, there are a lot of good things about equality in women and men. Equality in education. In Islam, both should have education. You cannot say, oh, only men go to school, only men go to the university, the lady just sit at home, be stupid. No, not be stupid, just take care of the of the kids. That's not from Islam. Aisha, the wife of the Prophet Muhammad SAW, is very smart and have a lot of knowledge. Even the men go and study from Aisha. So that's why I can be a lecturer. So so there are things that should this is what the UN is fighting for, equality in terms of education because many countries less than a minute. How to do this kita ada berapa kan 9:40. Never mind. Maybe we discuss next week. Okay, on gender equality. Let's discuss more. And then please bring some more interesting issues. So with that, I don't think we have enough. I don't know, have time enough for doa. Can we have one very quick doa from a brother, very quick, also brother to volunteer, which have not recited before? Quick. We have like no time. Just make doa. Anybody?